So guys, sorry my connection went out earlier. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. But yeah, my it's been acting real strange lately with the live streams, guys. But yeah, we're gonna start this again and try to do this again, guys. Um, hopefully everybody returned back from earlier. But yeah, guys, today we're gonna be talking about a few topics today. What's going on, Miss Latanya? What's going on? Um, Gonna be talking about a few topics today, guys. We're gonna be talking about Carmelo Anthony being charged for murder as an adult. Gonna be talking about Larry Hoover. I guess he was pardoned, I should say, by Donald Trump, and I believe NBA YoungBoy as well. That's another rapper, not really relevant to the situation, but we have more Russia and Ukraine conflict as well. Russia sending 900 missiles into Ukraine, and we know Zelensky doesn't like that, guys. You know, he has a I don't know. I don't know if it's like a short man complex or something like that with this guy, man. But yeah, Zelensky's not good news. And we have other stories as well, but we're gonna try to cover all of these stories. But like if you guys are coming in, we're trying to get to at least 50 likes to start the call in show, guys. But we're just gonna start off with the Carmelo Anthony situation. So he's actually charged with murder, and you know it's the first degree. I think it was premeditated murder. That's just my opinion because if let's just be honest. First of all, he shouldn't have the knife to begin with because you shouldn't really bring weapons to a school. You know that's just something that you shouldn't do. Second of all, he kind of told Austin that if you touch me, you're gonna see what happens, or something like that, man. Touch me and see what happens, basically. That's what he said. Um, and I guess I don't know if Austin, took that personal or something like that, but he, took his last breath that day because this crazy kid want to bring knives to schools. So yeah, man, he didn't even attend the same school as Austin Metcalf, which makes it even more crazy because now they can say that it's basically trespassing. That's just me. The kid had no business being in to begin with, and now you know they're mad at Shiloh Hendricks and people like that when they get. I believe she raised over $500,000, guys. It could be more now, could be more, but yeah, I just I just believe that the Shiloh Hendricks thing wouldn't really happen if it wasn't for the Carmelo Anthony situation. If this kid doesn't get pedestalized and basically, you know, praised in the black community, I don't know why they do this garbage, but they just always pedestalize this garbage, and it's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, guys, if they don't donate to this kid, then this never happens. This never happens with the Shiloh Hendricks situation. But let's just get right into it, guys. Now, is he gonna be charged? Uh, is he gonna get the death penalty? Not really sure about that one because he is 17 years old. So they still got to go with the by the book, I guess, when it comes to that. But me personally, I just don't. I don't think he's gonna get the death penalty only because he's 17. Now, if he was 18, probably would have got the death penalty. But I think he gets parole after 40 years. So I believe he will be 57, so almost 60 years old when this dude gets parole, man. But without further ado, let's just hop right into this story, guys.
Carmelo Anthony just got charged with first-degree murder as an adult, and I feel it should have been premeditated. Damn! Regardless of what y'all think, you don't bring a weapon on school grounds, let alone tell somebody, touch me again and watch what happens. Stop it. Get some help. First of all, Mr. YN, you were the only one that knew you had a weapon, so that would count as premeditated to me.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
I am a black man, but I do not support criminal behavior, and I don't like when we push a negative narrative. Carmelo is not a hero. He is not courageous. He was not protecting himself. It was not self-defense. So get mad, get my comments, accuse me of being a... What I know is I raise my kids the proper way, the correct way. I won't teach them that this is okay. If you feel you have a problem,
Right.
go tell the teacher. Go tell the parent.
That's a good point when it comes to the parents. I believe Carmelo's parents definitely did a terrible job when it came to teaching their kids self-control. That kid happened to be Carmelo Anthony. I seen the press conference. Everybody know the famous Dominic Alexander, the guy with the crazy ass rap sheet, the guy that got the damn rap sheet out the wazoo, goddamn 10, 12 mug shots basically, right? So he basically speaks on behalf of the Carmelo Anthony family, a part of the Next Generation Action Network. You know, they're part of the Next Generation Action Network. So this grifting idiot basically did not help this case at all. He did not help this case at all, ladies and gentlemen. And when I was looking at this press conference, excuse me, I hate to branch off a little bit, but the dad looked like a straight soy boy, and the mother was fairly masculine, ladies and gentlemen. That, like, when you pick up on key things like that, you'll know why these kids are jacked up. Like, I know the mom. Well, first of all, they're acting like their kid died, which is actually weird. You got the mom crying, you got the dad crying. Like, dude, your kid is still alive. You know what I'm saying? So that never made sense to me. How they're crying and basically trying to look like they're the victims when their kid's a murderer, you know? And I think deep down inside, the mom was only crying because she knew that her son was going to be tried as an adult, probably do life in prison, and she'll probably never see her son again outside of prison, basically. So, yeah, guys, I blame the parents. The father should have did more, should have definitely did more. Man, the father was definitely not masculine enough because he's supposed to teach his son self-control. That's just my opinion. And I think this will do the black community a lot of good. This will do the black community a lot of good if they teach their children self-control. Because if they don't, you're going to have wild, YNs and, all these crazy ghetto little girls and all these ghetto kids and these people with no home training. Like, it starts in the home, ultimately.
Principle. You can have conversations to combat negative situations, but people get emotional at the snap of a finger and they flashing out. I don't agree, I'm not with it, and he should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, regardless.
You cannot bring a weapon to school.
Yeah.
So you can't say I was
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense, because if you are afraid the day before, well, you have to take a weapon to school, why not notify your parents? Parents, you notify the school teacher. School teacher that's bringing these kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution. We was taught in...
That's absolutely right. Hey, look, man. Say what you want about Charleston White. Say what you want about Charleston White. But this guy definitely be spitting. He says a lot of the things that are true in the black community, and they don't really like him because of that. But you can kind of tell why they don't like him because, they call him the go-to names like Uncle Tom and this, that, and the third. But deep down inside, this dude says a lot of right things. Like, you got a lot of black people in the black community supporting Carmelo Anthony, trying to call it freaking self-defense, which is insane to me. I don't know why they ever say that self-defense. That's the most dumbest thing they can ever say when he came to the school with a knife. So that's the dumbest thing that they could ever say. But yeah, man, I mean, what he's saying isn't wrong. You definitely shouldn't bring a knife to school. You definitely shouldn't threaten anyone saying that see what happens when you touch me. Because basically you're just telling on yourself at that point.
As morals and values, you tell the teacher. Somebody with you, you tell the teacher, let the teacher know, so when y'all have an altercation, you're cleared and you're covered. Documentation beats conversation. So word to documentation to say this is self-defense. It's a premeditated crime because you took a weapon in fear, anticipating to use it.
But that's the thing, though. For it to be self-defense, it has to be equal. It has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it has to be equal footing, guys, or it has to be some type of equality when it comes to the situation. Like, it can be self-defense if we both have guns. It can't be self-defense. Well, it could be self-defense. Somebody has a knife and if somebody tries to rob you and you pull a gun out, you're like, but that's kind of different than you guys being face to face. You know what I'm saying? Then you pulling out a gun, shooting the person. If someone, I don't even know like what the situation was when it came to Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, but to me it seems like after he said touch me and see what happens, Austin was like, okay, come on, man, you got to go. Nobody got time for that niggatry, basically, right? Nobody got time for the nigger. You guys already know where I'm going with this, but he clearly got mad, and just like got emotional, guys. And I don't know if he was embarrassed. I don't know if he was getting beat up, because the kids, even the kids at his own school, was saying that he is a fairly violent kid. He always gets in trouble for fighting, you know? So, yeah, he basically flipped out when they told him he had to leave. You need to leave, like the meme. You need to leave, and he got upset. I'm not sure, but he killed Austin because of this. So clearly he was emotional. Then he tried to flee the scene, ladies and gentlemen, which makes him look more like a murderer. You know what I'm saying? And then after he got caught, and then, hold on, before he got caught, he actually threw the knife. So he actually tried to dispatch of the murder weapon, right? Tried to get rid of the murder weapon. And then when he actually got caught, ladies and gentlemen, when the police captured him, he basically said, I did it. Like, I did it. Like, that's in the, the report, the police report, excuse me. Yeah, so he basically confessed to the crime, ladies and gentlemen. And then he asked I believe he asked one officer, was it, can this be self-defense or some crazy crap like that? And my thing is this, if you have to ask if it's self-defense or not, isn't that kind of really like not self-defense? Because if it's really self-defense, I'm not going to ask, is that self-defense what I just did? I'm going to tell you, I was in fear of my life, and I had to do what I had to do. That's just the main point about it, guys. But let's continue.
Premeditated, though.
And it's at a track meet. You getting ready to run track with other kids, and you got a knife on you. No, man, you got to go to jail.
Yeah, that's right. Jail immediately. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Yo, UB. This is the time we supposed to say, let's come together. Why can't we all get along? This is that time so we can have his life spurred. They gonna hang that boy. He deserved to go to prison. If you take a life, you ain't supposed to be able to walk away with no consequences. It's consequences to your actions, right or wrong. Even if you justified to take a life, your life wasn't in danger. Carmelo was wrong, dead wrong. In the witness accounts of what he said, he grabbed the book bag. Let me tell black people how dumb y'all live. Don't you know they got a police report with an evidence of a knife and not a cleat sharpener? There's no such thing as a cleat sharpener.
I don't even know what that...
evidence, a police report where they confiscated a knife. How dumb can y'all be?
Very dumb.
Y'all don't have no compassion for a parent who has to bury
Very, very dumb. Trust me.
Y'all haven't extended no level of empathy for another dead kid.
Want to really see something that's said? Take a look what happened.
Okay, yeah. So now they're showing the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, which is really what's dividing the country more than what people believe, because you know people like me isn't gonna let up on that. I really want to know who was behind that. I don't think a teenage boy named Thomas Matthews or Matthew Crooks, whatever his name is, I don't think this kid was a mastermind behind almost assassinating the president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why people aren't really getting on that, but somebody needs to answer for that. Now, I know you got the lady of the Secret Service and all this other garbage. Yeah, she had to resign, this, that, third. But she wasn't really the mastermind, you know, behind the assassination attempts. So who, like, set that up? I really want to know that. I'm still waiting on new evidence when it comes to that.
Yes, together we will make America great again. Woo. Well, boy, oh boy. What's going on, family? I hope everyone that is tuned in right now that you are blessed, well, and healthy. It's one love to the human race, especially in these dark, insane times that we are living in, man. One love to the end. And I encourage you guys to just be an amazing human being. To our parents, keep being amazing leaders, mentors, right from wrong. Common sense. Be involved. Be there. Support your kids. Check on them. It's the little things, man. Little things. And we avoid a lot of these.
Guys, let's get those likes up. Oh, I'm sorry. My camera's... I'm thinking I'm in the camera, guys. I'm trying to... okay. I think I just need to scoot back a little bit. Guys, let's get those likes up to 50, guys. We need 50 likes to get the call line in. We got to get the call line rolling today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very excited to see what you guys have to say about this situation, guys. So let's get those likes up to 50. We need, what, 39 more likes? That's not too bad, guys. It's free, by the way. It's free 99. Let's go.
These situations, a lot of these events, man, and we send our prayers, love, and condolences out, especially to the Metcalf family. We have some huge breaking news updates once again on this case, you know, as you can see on the screen. But before we get into all this, I want, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend, and I want you guys to check out this video, man, and just want to remind you, you know, that this is what life is.
Let's go, guys. Smash that like button.
One love.
That's what I'm talking about.
Loving your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Just being an amazing human being. It doesn't take much.
Guys, thank you so much for smashing that like button. I really do appreciate that. And I don't really ask for super chats, but if I do get a super chat, I do show love to people who show love to me. So I really do appreciate that a lot, guys. But if you do want to just stay in the chat and things like that, that's cool too. But let's continue, guys. Carmelo Anthony getting charged as an adult on first-degree murder. Now, we're going to get into if he gets, you know, the death penalty or something like that. Maybe that could change. But as of now, he's not getting the death penalty.
It does not take much. But I want you guys to enjoy this video, man. I really do.
We got June Hall saying, what's up, Straight Kid, and saying people on social media claiming it was a cleat sharpener for his cleats on shoe. I mean, but my thing is this, dude. If it's sharp enough to stab somebody in the heart, I mean, at that point, it's a knife, my guy. Amber says, hey, what's up, player? Oh, that's Christopher Little. What's going on, bro? Long time no see, man. W. Christopher in the chat, y'all. That's a day one right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Christopher Little is day one, bro. He was around when I ain't had no subscribers. Like, literally, though. But let's continue.
And let me know what you think about it in the comments section. Enjoy this 2-minute video, and then we'll jump all into this, you guys. Check this out.
Good, doing good.
You hungry?
I am hungry.
You want some barbecue chicken and corn on the cob?
Yeah.
Come on.
Go. Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, you're working on
All right.
Memorial Day weekend?
Let's do it.
Gotta hook you up.
Let's do it. All right.
Not sure what this is, bro.
Oh,
Come on. Come on. Give him a
oh.
look.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Hey, good man. How are you?
Good.
Going for some dinner?
Yeah. Let's do it. I'll follow you. How you guys doing?
I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but I mean, I guess somebody was working on Memorial Day weekend and they're getting. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, guys. I want to get it. I want to read this article for a second, and it's from Capital B. Yeah, it's from Capital B. Never heard of him in my opinion. So, I just want to read this article for a second. Track meet turns tragic. Texas teen charged as adult under controversial law. The 17-year-old suspect said he was acting in self-defense. If convicted of first-degree murder, he could be sentenced to life in prison. Man, look, that dude is definitely gonna get sentenced, bro. There's no way that was self-defense. Absolutely, positively, no way, ladies and gentlemen. But let's just keep reading this. The father of a Texas high school student athlete stabbed to death by another student is seeking answers from the school district for allowing his son's killer to graduate. Oh, I thought he was expelled. Wait, so was he not expelled? Ladies and gentlemen, they're allowing him to graduate? Let's keep reading. What began as a dispute over a seat at a high school track meet at a school near 17, neither 17-year-old boy attended on April 2nd, ended in tragedy. The student who was stabbed, identified as Austin Metcalf, died. The other student, Carmelo Anthony, remained at the scene and told investigators with the Frisco Police Department that he acted in self-defense. Multiple news outlets have reported. Since Anthony posted bail, Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, has been demanding answers from the Frisco Independent School District, questioning how he was allowed to graduate while they were left to bury their son. So that's definitely a fair question. I thought he was expelled, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anthony reportedly had a 3.7 GPA and had earned enough credit, to graduate, according to multiple news outlets. Sources told CBS News Texas that his graduation was a part of an agreement, quote unquote, something Jeff Metcalf now questions in light of the school's own policies. Meanwhile, an online petition has collected more than 15,000 signatures calling for Austin Metcalf to be awarded an honorary diploma as he was expected to graduate in 2026. Yeah, I agree with that for sure, guys. I think they should definitely do something in honor of Austin because, I mean, he was a great student, great athlete, great brother, great father. And if they don't do something to honor this kid, and then my thing is this, they're actually dishonoring him by giving this Carmelo Anthony kid more attention than the kid who actually died. Austin is dead. He's gonna never like breathe air anymore. He's not gonna have his first wife or kid. He's not gonna eat burgers anymore. He can't enjoy sports anymore. All of that is over for this kid. Do you guys not understand death? Do you guys not understand that? Like, everything is over. You guys should be really giving this kid, Austin Metcalf, the respect that he deserves. Because giving it all to Carmelo Anthony and then giving this kid almost $500,000 is just absolutely insane, man. Say, you are a good man, my friend. Chicago doesn't deserve you. Yeah. Sometimes I think that, yeah, every day. But yeah, guys, will he get the death penalty? Probably not. I don't think he's going to get the death penalty, but we'll see.
Benny, this will be a palate cleanser for everybody who has been following the single worst story of 2025 on your screen.
Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button too, man.
Killer Carmelo Anthony.
We need.
This is what he looks like in court. This is what killer Carmelo Anthony looks like outside of court. Boy, I wonder why this young man was so violent. If only there were some signs that he would bring a knife to a track meet and cut down in the prime of his life a 4.0 student who was probably going to go on to play collegiate football, Austin Metcalf. Killer Carmelo Anthony has been treated with kid gloves by the...
I literally want this kid to be under the jail cell. And this is why, because this kid don't have no emotion in his eyeballs. It's like this kid doesn't even care. Leisha Marie says, it make me sick to my stomach of how much they're trying to praise Carmelo, but trying to make it seem like Austin deserved what happened to him. Where's the accountability? People don't take accountability for nothing. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Especially in a black community, this stuff is praised and pedestalized, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why when people die in the black community, if they're black, by the way, if they're not killed by a white person, they don't care. Like, they do not care if anybody die next door. Like, if a kid gets shot next door from you in the black community, if you're black, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do a parade or a GoFundMe, a Give, Send, Go. They're not going to do that for that. They're just not going to do that for that family. They're not going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the sad reality when it comes to the black community, guys. They do not want to look out for each other. They just don't. Only when they can grift. Only when they can cry racism. Only when they can basically blame white people is when they want to make it seem like, oh, people getting killed that's black is a big deal. It's only a big deal if they're not black, though. That don't even make sense. So you kind of really don't care about your people. But let's continue. Let's get to 50 likes, guys. What we at? We need 30 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 30 more likes. We almost there, guys. I want to open up that call line.
The woke DEI judge who's been handling the case, and it's allowed for there to be, stunningly,
right, Give, Send, Go got over $532,000, bro. Dumb. Just absolutely dumb. To a murderer, though. But he ain't finna be getting all that money. He ain't finna be getting all that money.
A groundswell of support for killer Carmelo Anthony. Again, I'm calling this the worst story of 2025 so far. So, murder a white kid in cold blood.
Yeah, basically premeditated murder. I'm surprised they didn't put that in the report. Because it was definitely premeditated. Definitely premeditated murder.
Because of a dispute inside of a track meet.
If you guys could put a 1 in the chat.
In what is a relatively
I just want to see something. Was this premeditated, guys, or not?
Raise $500,000.
Touch me again and see what happens. I think that's premeditated.
Now, this fundraiser was going very strong for the first couple of days.
He said, you're a conservative channel and you're in Chicago, so you know your channel is shadow banned. Yeah, man. For real, bro. Y'all know my channel shadow banned, bro. Y'all, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I be looking at all these other YouTubers. I be like, bro. Sometimes I even be thinking, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, is my content not good? If it's this, if it's that. But I mean, I do know that YouTube is definitely biased as hell when it comes to conservative channels. It's like you gotta really like trend a lot on X and stuff like that for your YouTube and so to like really blow up, you know, as a conservative, I should say. But other than that, yeah, they definitely got me shadow banned, y'all. So if y'all can give me a like and subscribe, bro, that would definitely help. Blexic says, how do people know it was premeditated? What about Casey Allison, who got away with killing a Mexican? I will have to look into that. But my thing is this, my guy. It was definitely premeditated when it came to Carmelo Anthony's case. Because he said, touch me and see what happens. He said, touch me and see what happens. So you basically threatened him and said, if you touch me, I'm going to hurt you. That's premeditated, dude. ACB says, yep. Jim Leacone says, blessings all. Yes, premeditated. 43 here from Chicago. Man, shout out Jim, man. If you guys are new, please hit that like and subscribe button, man. Your boy is shadow banned. I do have to start pointing that out more So thanks a lot for that, Christopher Little, because I definitely am shadow banned, guys. So I definitely do got to start pointing that out so people can start helping out. And I think they take subscribers away too on some weird crap. So yeah, let's continue.
Days, and now we shouldn't be investigating everybody who donated. Quite frankly,
Dr. Dons, what up?
Identities of every donation here and ask, why are
We
you
almost
funding
halfway there, ladies
what
and
is being
gentlemen. We need 50 likes. We
as
need, what, 26
capital
more likes?
murder in Texas? This is
26,
good news.
25 more
We
likes.
may well get justice after all.
Liking is free, ladies and gentlemen. This is great content. Hey, my boy Squid is in the building. Yo, I thought my boy Squid was out of the game, y'all. Man, W Squid in the chat, y'all. W Squid in the chat. We need 24 more likes. Let's open that call line up. Man, bro, Squid, where you been at, yo? Not much. Spent my evening playing Armor. I can't pronounce that. I'm butchering that badly. Was busy being a combat medic. What you playing? Marvel Rivals or something, bro? What you got going on? But okay, yeah, guys, let's continue. But yeah, the topics today is Carmelo Anthony being charged for murder, first degree, tried as an adult as well. We got Russia doing another attack on Ukraine. This is actually the biggest attack that they have done within the 3-year span of that war, guys. So I believe 900 plus missiles have been fired into Ukraine. And Zelensky, he has to make a scene and stuff like that. I'll give my opinion about that war later. But yes, we also have Larry Hoover being pardoned by Donald Trump. But the thing is, that one is kind of tricky because, everybody knows the Chicago notorious gang leader, Larry Hoover. He's the leader of the Gangster Disciples. Clearly, everybody knows who Larry Hoover is. And I believe Trump gave him a pardon. Him and I believe NBA Youngboy, the rapper. Y'all should know who that is as well. If you don't, look him up, Google him. But the thing is this. He does have to serve another 200-year sentence in Illinois for, I believe, like some type of murder or something like that. So, yeah, guys, we're going to have to get into that as well. And we got other stories as well. Like, if you guys are interested in, like, because, it'd be a lot of stories with these women be lying on these men, bro. Like, be ruining their reputation. Like, these people should have learned after Johnny Depp that these women lie so much on successful men. It's ridiculous. And one of those stories happens to be the Tory Lanez story. Because new evidence is coming out that Tory Lanez DNA was not on the gun at all. The gun that supposedly that he was saying dance, bitch, dance, and this, that, and the third. It was 4 people's DNA on that gun. And Tory Lanez, his DNA wasn't on it at all. So why the hell is this guy getting stabbed 15 times in freaking jail? You feel what I'm saying? What's up with that? So we got to talk about that as well, guys. But let's continue the story. We just need 50 likes, guys. And we're going to continue on with the next story after this.
All, while there may be little pop.
Chicago Hood says gold diggers. Yeah, absolutely. Chris says free Tory Lanez, man, for sure. Ronnie Peterson says FDT. So that's, I'm guessing that says F Donald Trump. Let's talk about it, man. Like the show and call in and tell me why you don't like Donald Trump. Yeah, free him. She was too drunk to know what was going on. Yeah, I believe she was just being a drunk 304, guys. Straight Kitten says there's only a few channels that I can never see like counts on. Oh, yeah, that sucks. That does suck. But yeah, guys, let's continue. But it's good to hear from you, Squid. It's good to see you, man, for sure.
Pops of social media outrage, the wheels of justice turn much slower, but they turn nonetheless. And this is Texas after all, thank God. This isn't some type of Blue City hellscape. This isn't Minneapolis, Minnesota, right?
Tim Waltz, Minneapolis, Minnesota, guys. That's Tim. Tampon Tim.
So here we go. Teen charged with killing Austin Metcalf, killer Carmelo, to be tried as an adult. He will also be facing capital murder charges, murder in the first degree. The teen who's charged with murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf will be tried as an adult in Texas. If you're tried as a juvenile, then they lower all of the penalties and punishments for this. It's seen as like...
Which I kind of expected already. So let me read this. Last month, Metcalf was stabbed to death at a high school track meet after reportedly telling Carmelo Anthony, 17, that he was sitting in the wrong seat. Anthony has been charged with first-degree murder and, according to an arrest warrant, told police of the fatal stabbing, quote, "I did it," unquote. So he said he did it, and he know he did. Anthony will be tried as an adult since Texas is a congruent jurisdiction state. According to Capital B, the laws allow prosecutors to charge minors, typically 16 or 17 years old, as adults with certain crimes, such as this one. So, yeah.
You were a young, dumb kid, and clearly your actions
What's going on,
were
Sean?
tried as an adult.
Shout out America.
You should be and must be tried as an adult.
Miss Latanya say, free Larry Pritzker. Oh, free Larry Pritzker. Okay, I see. Man, listen. I'ma just say this. JB is such a hater. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it, man.
Then killer Carmelo Anthony will be treated quite harshly by the system, as he should. Again, you murdered an unarmed man, young man in cold blood at a track meet. Yeah, okay.
For real though.
Last month.
What's up, the Chicago Conservative? Oh, what's up, MJ? What's going on, bro? Help me get those likes up, man, so we can do the call-in show, so we can talk to morons like I'm just there, basically, just being weird. What do you mean, low IQ grifter, bro? What are you talking about? What am I doing that's grifting? I live in the next town over from Frisco. The kid who got stabbed, him and his brother were rumored to be bullies. No, dude, that's actually not true. They were good kids. They actually said that Carmelo Anthony was known for getting into fights. So that's actually a lie, dude. So, I mean, we can talk about it. We need 20 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those likes up. So, yeah. Love the streams, bro. Wish you streamed every day. Should I stream every day? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Last month, Metcalf stabbed to death at a high school track meet after telling Carmelo Anthony that he was sitting in the wrong seat. Oh, got it. Okay, so there's your death sentence, right? Tell killer Carmelo Anthony that you're sitting in the wrong seat. Die. Okay, that's look.
Yeah, that's kind of not how this works, bro.
What world do we live in? What country do we live? We live in a zero. Nobody wants to live in a country like this. Nobody wants to live in a country.
Listen, bro, I know the internet, and the internet would have been spoken out and said that the twin boys were bullies. Nobody came out and said that these twins were bullies, but students have came out and said that Carmelo Anthony was a violent kid. He continuously got into fights. It wasn't a rumor, though, if they actually came out and spoke. Like, this kid actually went to Carmelo's school, though. This wasn't a kid from the other school.
With elements like, with people who will just straight up kill you for telling them true things, right? This is an unstable environment. Killer Carmelo Anthony must be punished.
I've been doing everything to get my...
Wait a minute. Nobody believes that black males can be bullied or are good students? Dude, come on, bro. Who said that? Like, who actually said that? I never said that he wasn't a good student. I mean, he clearly has a 3.7 GPA. Well, it's rumored to keep going up and down. First it was 3.7, now it's 3.4. Then it's like, listen, man, I don't really care what his GPA is. He clearly doesn't have the emotional intelligence enough to control his emotions and not stab people. So clearly, listen, man, I'm not sitting up here and say he wasn't a good kid, but the things that I see on the internet, him holding up Dracos, him, you know, being in all black with hoodies and stuff, with the lighter in his hand. Like, so I'm pretty sure he was a smoker. My thing is this, man. This kid wasn't no damn angel. This Carmelo Anthony kid. He had problems. And you can tell just by looking at the kid that he's kind of soulless, man. He has soulless eyeballs. Of course, Austin's friends are going to paint the perfect picture of him. That's what they're supposed to do. No, you're nobody. No, listen, bro. Here's the thing. None of Austin's friends actually came out and spoke. The girl who said Carmelo Anthony was a violent kid who gets in a lot of fights, she was at his school. She goes to the same school as him. Okay? I wish some of Austin's friends came out and spoke up about him, but they don't. So it's like, what the hell? But the father already came out and said he doesn't want to make this political. He doesn't want to make this political. He doesn't want to make this race-based. And what did Dominique Alexander come out and do? That's the speaker at the Next Generation Action Network, right, guys? The Next Generation Action Network. He come out talking about, oh, we feel so disrespected that the father of the kid that died wants to come to our press conference to speak about the kid that murdered the other kid and how he feels so bad. Come on, bro. That don't even make sense. So you're telling me that Austin's dad is the one that's being disrespectful for showing up to a press conference? You guys are talking about his son who's dead, by the way. What are you talking about?
In order to give a warning sign to other youths that you're not allowed to just straight up murder people because they offended you by telling you a true thing. Yeah, life's tough. Get a helmet. Here we go.
Literally, though.
Anthony had been charged with first-degree murder, called capital murder in Texas. And according to the arrest warrant, told police the fatal stabbing, I did it. So it's not like any question that he's copping to it. Anthony will be tried as an adult since Texas is a concurrent jurisdiction state, according to Capital B. The laws also allow prosecutors to charge minors, typically 16 or 17 years old, as adult with certain crimes. Okay, good. The Collin County District Attorney Office, which is north of Dallas, is prosecuting the case of Metcalf's apparent murder. Anthony was charged with first-degree murder in April. A grand jury will review the evidence and decide whether to formally indict on that charge or a lesser charge like manslaughter, capital B, reported.
So, guys, they're also saying that the Supreme Court has said not only you cannot seek the death penalty against someone who committed a crime when they're 17, you can't even get them life without parole. That wouldn't, yeah. So that's crazy. So they're not gonna give him life without parole, and that's where him getting parole after 40 years come in, guys. So I believe he's gonna get. Well, I believe he's 18 now, guys. He's not 17 yet. Well, he's not 17 anymore. I should say he's 18 now, and he still isn't in jail. So when he does go to jail, and if he does live to live out the sentence, he will be 58, ladies and gentlemen, when he gets out. You know, I'm glad that Carmelo Anthony is going to prison. Yeah, me too. That's basically what he was. We're gonna look into this Casey Allison person because I keep seeing his name pop up. So, I mean, we can always talk about it. But yeah, guys, what do you think? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Should he get the death penalty? Yes or no? You know, that's gonna be one of the topics that we're gonna talk about today. But moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on, okay? Now we're gonna be talking about basically Larry Hoover, the Chicago gang leader, being commuted basically, and this is like breaking news, guys. This is crazy. what gang was Carmelo a part of? I'm not sure, but he had guns though. With a mask on, throwing up a gang sign. He was throwing up a gang sign, so he was a part of a gang. I don't know which gang, but he was a part of a gang. Okay. So guys, another top story that we got to talk about. We're moving on, guys. But if we do get the 50 likes, shout out Patriot. What's going on, Patriot? Yes, sir. If we do get the 50 likes, guys, we can open up the call line and we can get your opinions about the Carmelo Anthony situation, about him being charged as an adult. Okay. But moving on, President Donald Trump has commuted the federal life sentence of Larry Hoover, one of Chicago's most notorious gang leaders, according to his attorneys. Hoover's 74, the founder of the Gangster Disciples, has spent nearly 3 decades in solitary confinement at Florence in Colorado, widely considered one of the most secure prisons in the world. In the world. Larry Hoover's federal life sentence have been commuted by President Donald Trump. Bojin Law Group said in a statement to ABC News, Mr. Hoover, who is now 75 years old, spent nearly 30 years in solitary confinement at Florence, the most restrictive supermax prison in the United States. So yeah, guys. So yeah. Sorry, it's a lot of chats going in. Guys, I don't ask for super chats, but I will show love to people who show love to me. So if I don't see your chats, I'm sorry. Because most of the chat does move pretty fast, guys. So you'll have to bear with me if I don't see your chat. But let's see what chats we have here. Maybe Carmelo was a wannabe gangster. Yeah. You think he had 2 parents? He had 2 parents. He had a nice house. I mean, I believe his father or his mother, they both made like exceptionally good amount of money, you know? So, yeah, he was definitely one of those wannabe gangsters that tried to prove to the black community that I'm so tough. I'm so cool. I got to look like I'm this, but at home I'm really this, and I'm being raised by parents who are this. But my thing is this, I still genuinely don't think the parents did a good job of Carmelo Anthony. Because you're supposed to teach your son how to be a man, first of all, as a father. You're supposed to teach your son how to be himself. You're supposed to teach your son how to be himself. Don't be a follower, be a leader, you know? So yes, Stray Kid, and he was definitely a wannabe gangster. What's your phone number? I don't drop it yet until we get to 50 likes, guys. The right stuff 80 says, what's up, man? Yo, I like that name, the right stuff. T Roxy says your country got buried. Haha. You can't be talking about America. Let's talk about the removal of the Biden auto parts. Oh, Sean. I want to talk about that for 2 seconds, guys. So, what Sean is referring to, right? And we're gonna get back to the situation in a second. But what he's talking about is they made a statement. I believe Trump came out and said that pardons, even pardons like Dr. Fauci, guys, Dr. Fauci, and we know that on this channel, Dr. Fauci is probably like on the Mount Rushmore of one of the most people that need to be held accountable in the government, guys. Dr. Fauci is a liar. This dude basically was getting people COVID shot. He had got people booster shots, COVID shots, this, that, and the third. People are paralyzed now after getting these shots. People are sick. People have died because of these booster shots and stuff like this. I believe a few even celebrities came out and said they was jacked up after getting a lot of COVID shots, like Jamie Foxx, Justin Bieber, things like that. So, yes, and that's what I'm saying. What the hell do you need a pardon for, Dr. Fauci? Why do you need a pardon? Why? I thought COVID was real. Like, I thought COVID was like killing people. So I'm not understanding that, you know? And then when Trump pointed out that all of these pardons, they were electrically signed, which means that Joe Biden did not sign them, guys. So I want to know who signed those pardons. This wasn't Joe Biden's actual signature. He's not about to sign all of these damn pardons by hand. Wasn't it over like 1,000 pardons? Absolutely not. I know Joe Biden didn't do that. So who was running the country? That's the ultimate question. Who was running the country? Who the hell was running the country? Um, Jumping on to say hi. Hey, what's going on, Martha? Um, I'm with Obama. Crimes of the past don't count. Okay. All right, guys. Let's just continue. Let's continue. Hey, what's going on, Ruth? Where were the judges blocking Biden fake orders? Yeah. It was released to cover up the Epstein ring. Did you hear they're trying to say another strand of COVID is out? Man, get the hell out of here, bro. Too many topics, man. Too many topics. But guys, please hit that like and please hit that like and subscribe for me, guys. We need 50 likes to open up the call line. Definitely would help out, guys, for sure. But let's continue reading this article. Despite the communication of his federal sentence, Hoover still faces a 200-year state sentence for the 1973 murder of William Pookie Young, a 19-year-old neighborhood drug dealer in Chicago. The federal charges with resulted in 6 life terms in 1997, which is the year I was born. So that's kind of crazy. Came decades after his state conviction. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So even if he does get pardoned, it will be up to J.B. Pritzker to actually finalize that, you know. But in my opinion, like Larry Hoover getting commuted or pardoned or whatever you want to call it, if he's gonna keep the young kids like chilling and like keeping them off the streets and stuff like that, because I mean you can't it's not like you can tell Larry Hoover no. You know what I'm saying? And if he's a refurbished man and if he's ready to get back in society as a, you know, model citizen, then I don't see the problem. But you gotta get these young kids in order, bro. You gotta get these young kids in check. But let's listen to this article, ladies and gentlemen. Or let's listen to this. I believe it's a. Let's see.
How much is Paradise with the...
I believe this is a news story on it. So let's check it out.
Sentence of Larry Hoover, a former Chicago gang leader serving a life sentence.
However, that doesn't mean Hoover will be back on the streets anytime soon. WGN's Jenna Barnes joining us now with more on that. Jenna.
Micah and Ray, Hoover is now 75 years old. He was denied parole in this federal case just last year. Now with his commutation, he's expected to be moved from a supermax prison in Colorado back here to Illinois to serve prison time for a state sentence for murder. The notorious founder of the Gangster Disciples, Larry Hoover, was serving 6 life sentences in federal prison, convicted of running his criminal enterprise from inside an Illinois prison in the 1990s after his 1973 conviction for murder in the state.
There are crimes that are so heinous that they are not entitled to mercy, and his are among those.
Ron Safer was the lead prosecutor in Hoover's federal case.
There's no question that it is the biggest, most well-organized, most efficient drug organization that the country has ever known.
But advocates, including celebrities, have been fighting for Hoover's release. Kanye West and Drake holding a benefit concert for the cause in 2021. Hoover himself was in court just last year fighting for early release, renouncing his past. And Wednesday, President Donald Trump commuted his federal sentence. Hoover's attorneys writing, the courts have demonstrated a complete unwillingness to consider Mr. Hoover's considerable growth and complete rehabilitation.
We've got...
So, don't know if I'm buying it, guys, but I mean, he has been in prison for over 30 years. So, I'm not sure if you know, if he can still, I mean, I'm not saying that he can't do any wrong or anything like that, but 30 years is definitely a long time. So I wouldn't put it past him if they did say he's a model citizen or if he's rehabilitated or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, if he does get out, this guy is going to be doing interview after interview after interview after interview. You guys know how they treat these people in the black community. They literally treat these people like kings. You know? So it's like at the end of the day, guys, all they're gonna do is just basically give this more reconciliation than what it honestly deserves. Not saying I got anything against Larry Hoover, anything like that. But we ain't got time for this crap right now, bro. Like the last thing black people need to be talking about is Larry Hoover. I hate to admit it, but we need to be talking about family. We need to be talking about fathers, bro. We need to be talking about businesses that's going to benefit everybody, not just black people, but everyone, everybody. I mean, I'm not like, listen, I love being black and all of that stuff, but it's like, I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't love other races, bro. Like, if you look at yourself better than any other race or anything like that just because of your skin color, then you're an idiot. I hate to admit it, but you're a fool. If you feel like you're deserved anything just because of your skin color, you're a fool as well. That's just my opinion. Lucas says Trump won't benefit everyone, just himself. People have yet to prove that though, because I voted for Donald Trump and he's given me everything that I voted for. 96% of the border crossings have stopped. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we voted for. We want illegal immigrants and criminals, rapists, people who assault women and things like that. We want these people out of our country, and that's exactly what Tom Homan, the person who he anointed as the border czar, excuse me, that's exactly what he's doing. And when it comes down to it, guys, you got judges out here. I forget where this happened, but I'm gonna do a story on it pretty soon. But there was this judge who basically released a illegal immigrant, basically walked him out the back door when he was just about to get charged and tried. And thank God the police followed this guy and caught him, basically. And now the judge is now arrested for trying to have an illegal escape out of her courtroom. These people are nuts. These people hate America. Even when it comes to the tariff war, I'm pretty sure this Lucas Durr guy, this Lucas dude, I'm pretty sure he wants China to win this tariff war. These people hate America, bro. Like, why do y'all hate America? You live here. You literally live here, Lucas. What's wrong with you, bro? Why would you not root for your president who's healthy, who's smart, funny, who's charismatic, who's a businessman, an establishment, wealthy businessman, who's a successful businessman? He basically endured and dude, you don't even understand what Donald Trump had to go through, bro. You like, bro, this man almost got shot and died on camera, and you're still talking crazy about this dude, bro. People like you are literally evil. But when somebody criticized Biden a little bit about having cancer, when people like Jake Tapper knew that this dude had cancer, yet you're doing a debate on CNN. You're the whole moderator, for crying out loud, moderating for Donald Trump against Joe Biden for the CNN debate. So you basically knew this dude had cancer when you was moderating the debate. Now you want to sell books and this, that, and the third? You're stupid, bro. That's what I'm saying. People like Lucas is dumb, bro. Where was y'all keep talking about Biden has cancer? Why are you guys talking about a guy who has cancer? Like, no cancer, like all these Don Lemon weirdos, you know? So I'm not understanding, if y'all care about Biden having cancer so much, why aren't y'all mad about him having cancer when he was running the country? It was already known, I believe, it was in early like 2008 or 2009 that he was already, getting reports from his doctor that he has an enlarged prostate and things like that. So when people found this out, they like we're gonna basically hide this, because if the people find out that the big Joe Biden, the person that had got the most votes in the history of the United States, which I still am not gonna believe, you cannot pay me to believe that over George Washington, over uh George Bush, and over all Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump. You mean to tell me everybody voted for Joe Biden the most? I'll never believe that. You can't pay me to believe that. John Marshall says, I voted for him in 2016 and I saw through his lies. I'm still a Republican, but Trump doesn't represent it at all. Doesn't represent what at all? My thing is this, and chat, put a one in the chat if you agree with me. But I'm getting everything that I voted for with Donald Trump. Would you guys agree? If you guys voted for Donald Trump, are you getting what you voted for? I know I am. But let's continue. Put a one in the chat if you're getting what you voted for, guys. I know I got exactly what I voted for.
We've got to learn how to respect one another and keep each other alive. Any voice that comes out with that message that may be able to help somebody, I'm for it.
But Hoover's release from federal custody isn't freedom. He must return to Illinois to serve his 200-year sentence for murder, though legal experts say he is eligible for parole.
Come on, bro. 200 years sentence. Like, bro, like this dude isn't a monk. Like, he isn't a monk that can just sit there and just like don't age for hundreds of years, bro. He's not gonna survive that. So it's basically like if Trump pardons him, or commuted him or anything, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if he still have to serve a 200-year sentence, wouldn't that be pointless though? Unless J.B. Pritzker can pull some strings, but he's not gonna do that though.
Parole. The Department of Corrections website already lists him as an inmate in Dixon, but it's unclear if he's been moved yet.
When you locked up in them institutions.
Oh man, this clown, Wallace Gator Bradley. Oh, y'all know I saw this guy at City Hall, right? This was the guy that said, I don't need a whole loaf, I just need a little slice. That's this clown right here, bro. The dude that said that at City Hall that was standing next to me. His name is Wallace Bradley. I don't know if this is his nickname or his middle name, the Gator. Wallace Gator Bradley, guys. This dude said, I don't need a whole loaf, I just need a slice. And I think he was talking about a $86 million project that was going on in Chicago. I don't know what project it was specifically, but I seen it on the phone and I saw it say $86 million for some type of contract. And this Wallace Bradley dude said, I don't need a whole loaf, I just need a slice. Now, guys, when you hear the, and I pointed this out at City Hall too, this was the dude I was talking about. Now, if you guys go back to my City Hall video when I said that, and you look up this dude, this is the dude I was talking about, bro. This dude had a big ass Brandon Johnson button on too. He is a huge Brandon Johnson supporter. So we got to definitely watch out for that.
And you have your conversation with God. Father God, let me out. I'll never do it again.
Former gang enforcer Wallace Gator Bradley, who has received a pardon, is hoping the governor will intervene and commute the state sentence.
I pray that Governor J.B. Pritzker will do it in here, and I pray that God hear the prayer.
Man, you just said you pray Governor J.B. Pritzker do what? What? Bro, J.B. Pritzker ain't gonna do nothing. J.B. Pritzker is gonna do anything, bro. That dude ain't gonna get basically he barely gets out of bed if it ain't for money. If he ain't doing nothing for no money, that dude not getting out of bed, bro. I guarantee it. Please like us. Please like this video, guys, so we can start this call in.
The prayers everyone that's asking them to do it. And in my heart and soul, I feel he's gonna do it.
You feel like in your heart and soul that he's gonna do it. Listen, bro, you're a clown, man. Gator don't play that way. Can we see your screen? I wish I was streaming, man. But it's playing off my laptop right now. What do you mean Gator don't play that way?
No official statement from the governor's office on that idea tonight. If Hoover wants to pursue parole or clemency, he would need to petition the Prisoner Review Board. It makes parole decisions and the clemency recommendations to the governor. We're live on the north side tonight.
Oh, so it is all up to JB Pritzker, I see, huh? I mean, let's be honest, guys. So a lot of people are saying that Donald Trump basically did this for street cred in the black community for the Republican Party. So basically this will set up the Republican Party for votes in the next election or the midterm election or whatever you want to call it. But you gotta be we gotta be honest with ourselves, guys. Trump has been doing this. Trump has been pardoning rappers and you know, and people like that in the black community who black people actually praise and adore, by the way. People like Kodak Black, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's pardoned a lot of people when it came to the first, and he's using the First Step Act to do this. He's using the First Step Act to do this, ladies and gentlemen. To free the black people that you guys love and adore, who honestly is kind of detrimental to the black folks. So I'm not sure what his true plan is, but I don't know. Sorry, guys. Let's get into this. But yeah, we're going to actually move on to the next story after this video, guys, which is Russia versus Ukraine.
Another appeal, not that NBA YoungBoy has.
And this is Jason Whitlock talking right now, too, guys. I mess with Jason Whitlock.
The kind of sway that Harry O does, but NBA YoungBoy has appeal, and it's one of those deals where more and more black men will say, see, Trump isn't racist. He let NBA YoungBoy out. Now let me connect it to perhaps the most important pardon commutation that Trump has ever done. Larry Hoover.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Larry Hoover founded the Gangster Disciples in Chicago. That the Gangster Disciples became a major gang culture throughout the entire Midwest, spread to New York, spread to Los Angeles, but very, very powerful throughout the Midwest. In Indianapolis, where I grew up, Gangster Disciples, Vice Lords, big influence throughout the entire Midwest. The Gangster Disciples, some people say at one point had 30,000 members. Larry Hoover has been as...
I just noticed, guys, we need 13 more likes, guys. I know the views is going up and down a little bit, but I don't know if that's just the algorithm tripping again. But yeah, guys, if you didn't like already, please like the video.
Infamous and as famous in the Midwest, in the whole hip-hop urban culture scene as anybody. And he's been locked up for 50 years. But rappers and others have been screaming, free Larry Hoover, for a solid 40 years. Maybe longer. Since I was a child, used to hear about Larry Hoover. And again, I'm from Indianapolis, and there were Gangster Disciples in Indianapolis. And again, guys, when we were in college, my friends that recruits that were from the Chicago area, everybody talked about Larry Hoover. This is a notorious criminal. There's no There's no sympathetic, oh, well, he didn't do it, he was framed, he was really innocent. No, this man ran a massive criminal operation and became very infamous and famous. And Trump, this commutation and or pardon in federal, it does not let Larry Hoover out of prison because he has state convictions that run about 200 years.
Right.
The governor of Illinois, I believe is Pritzker, would have to pardon Larry Hoover in order for Larry Hoover to get released from prison. He's now been released from his federal charges, but he still has, I think, a 200-year conviction on state charges, murder and other things he was involved in. But, and trust me, it confuses me, it baffles me, but I somewhat understand this pandering to infamous characters in hip-hop, urban culture, rappers.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a point to that to a certain extent. I do agree with that a little bit. It is kind of pandering when you try to pardon all of the big time rappers, you know, all of the influential people in the black community who aren't good, by the way. Like, these honestly aren't good people. But like, cause NBA YoungBoy, let's just be honest, man, that's not really a good influence. Like, I wouldn't want my son to be like NBA YoungBoy. I'm gonna just be honest, okay? Um, I would not want my son to be like Larry Hoover either, at all. I'm talking about like at all though. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Russell, MAGA USA, yeah, let's go, baby, like and subscribe. Um, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's just all really what it boils down to. Donald Trump pardons Larry Hoover. I mean, I don't know if this is a good. It could be a good idea if Larry Hoover comes out and tell these young people to put the guns down. That could be good. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that wouldn't be good. That would be actually great. Because if you're not gonna listen to Larry Hoover, then I mean, who the hell are you gonna listen to? You know. But I think gang leaders should have been did this. You know, like if you guys are the leaders of these gangs, I believe you guys should have been tried to do some type of, you know, agreement or some type of, you know, squashing long time ago, man. Because, like, you know, he's been in prison for over 30 years. So my thing is like, I mean, you gotta try to talk to somebody, you know. If you really tired of the, that's what I'm saying. If people is really pro-black, that's what I'm saying. If you guys are really pro-black, you would try to consult with these people and tell them, I'm tired of my side dying. I know you're tired of losing your loved ones on your side as well. Let's just cut it here. You know, like it takes a real man to forgive and you know, and just keep it moving forward. But these egos, man.
Gang leaders like Larry Hoover, I get the pandering that there's some sort of PR campaign. Trump is trying to win, prove that he's not racist, score points with rappers and the culture. And look, some of this may be important to Trump just on a personal level because when he...
But here's the thing, though. Trump has been... Listen, man, they acting like this is something that's new with Donald Trump, which I honestly don't like. You know, Trump has always supported the black community when it came to people like Mike Tyson, when it came to people like, I don't know if that was Jesse Jackson or something like that, if he marched with Jesse Jackson or something like that. Not really sure what that was all about, but he supports people like Snoop Dogg. He supports all type of black people, man. I believe he did a movie with Whoopi Goldberg. That's actually insane. The lady that talks about him all day on The View, they actually are in the same movie together. In the 90s, I believe, is The Little Rascals. So all these people that hate him now, they used to love him in the early 90s and early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
He passes, that Trump name is still going to be with his youngest son, Barron, and his older son. And that Trump brand attached to racism. I get why Trump wants to protect his last name. He doesn't want his kids having to deal with the kinds of attacks on his reputation that Donald Trump has had to deal with. He doesn't want the Trump name to be so polarizing and so connected to racism that perhaps these moves and trying to clean up his brand as a racist is important to him beyond Donald Trump.
But, I mean, the thing is, he's not racist, though. You guys can't tell me or show me one thing that Donald Trump has said that's racist. I mean, if you guys can, I mean, I'm more than welcome to sit down and listen. If you got a link, send it to me through the email. Show me a video. Show me anything that Trump has said that was absolutely racist towards black people, towards Mexican people. Like, show me anything, please. Because this is really what started my journey, guys. When me and my wife, we was like, bro, what did Trump say that was racist? Like, let's look this up, Let's look this up. And we couldn't find anything. Like, we couldn't find nothing. I'm talking absolutely nothing, bro. I'm trying to find everything in my power to see what Trump has said was racist. And I wasn't looking at it from a biased point of view either. I wanted to look at it and genuinely feel like what he said was racist. And he never said anything racist that I've seen, So that's what made me start waking up a little bit. And I'm really glad that I challenged myself to do my own research, And when I finally looked at it, I'm like, man, this dude didn't say anything racist. Like, he didn't say anything about black people. Never heard him say anything bad about black folks. Never heard him say anything bad about Mexicans, for real. Now, he did say illegal immigrants from Mexico should not come, in our border and cross our border into our country illegally. That's what he said. We need 9 more likes too, guys. Let's get those likes up. It's gonna be a late talk show tonight, boy. But we need 9 more likes, guys. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to talk to you guys tonight. We just need 9 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. We got less than 10 likes to go. But let's check out some of these comments. Whatever it takes to get the blue collar working class black vote. MAGA? Man, Blexic, we gotta have a conversation, man. Trump is actually pro-black. That's why even when some non-black Republicans are mad at him for being so, attentive to black Americans. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Blexic. MAGA forever, say USA, let's go, baby. Let's go, man. I like that you actually debate, talk, and listen. Others just delete the comments and they start insulting instead of debating. Yeah, Mario, man, I try to do my best. Now, if it's like some weird, gay crap that they putting in the comments, I'm gonna delete that crap. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna delete that garbage. Stray Kitten said, but Biden did. Yeah, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black, right? But what does that ultimately mean? Let's run down that for a second. If you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. So in my opinion, when I hear black, I hear ghetto, loud, obnoxious, uneducated, illiterate, can't read, can't write, can't count, basically, just pedestalized garbage. Pedestalized crime, pedestalized drugs, pedestalized drug dealers, pedestalized women twerking. It's just this is the stuff that average blue collar black people are getting tired of, guys. We're really getting tired of this garbage. Nunez Mario says 8 more. 8 more? I see 41 likes on my end. What guys like, man? Come on, guys. We need 50 likes to start the call line, guys. Well, on my end, it says 41. But if it says 42 on you guys' end, then 8 more, 9 more, whatever you want to say it. Trump said grab women in their private parts, which is unacceptable. First of all, John, that was a private conversation that was being recorded illegally. Okay, my guy? I'm pretty sure if we recorded you talking to your guys without you knowing at the bar or, in the garage having a beer or something like that, dude, pretty sure you said something either the exact same or probably way worse. You're upset because he said he grabs women by the... I have said things way worse. I have said things way worse than that. Are you kidding me? Like, dude. Well, okay, John Marshall. Let's be honest here, dude. We know, this whole chat knows that you have said something like some off the top stuff before, bro. And this is locker room talk. Locker room talk, ladies and gentlemen. We want to keep the locker room talk in the locker room, okay, ladies and gentlemen? But that's the thing. It's like, that's actually a good point, bro. They all used to love Trump until he put a R next to his name. Yep, same with Musk. He was loved, now hated. Great point. They literally hate Elon Musk now, guys. Like, don't you guys understand? Do you guys not understand this? But let's continue this. Let's get through this video, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ranting.
But I still don't understand this. Not fully. And then it makes me put my tinfoil hat on. And it makes me say, did Trump pardon Larry Hoover from federal charges, knowing that Larry Hoover is going to have to stay in prison on state charges? Did he do this as a setup so that now he can pardon Derek Chauvin? And so when the...
Oh my goodness. The right stuff says, bro, I've done way worse. LOL. That C comment is nothing burger. Yeah, I know, right, man? I've said way worse than grabber by the you know what. Man, I just said a lot worse. A lot worse. John Marshall says Elon Musk did a Nazi salute, which is not of Christ. Come on, dude. Are you saying the same thing about Jasmine Crockett? Because, she did a Nazi salute, too. Are you going to talk about Jasmine Crockett being a Nazi as well? That's when, like, everybody's a Nazi. I'm a Nazi now. They call me a Nazi.
The Daily Wire started promoting Free Derek Chauvin. Did they do this because they were tipped off and there was a plan in effect to pardon Derek Chauvin from federal charges, knowing that he would still be incarcerated on state charges? Was this a brand play for the Daily Wire? Was it as it's a perhaps brand play for Donald Trump? Is all of these machinations, are they all just moving pieces on a chessboard in a game of public relations?
I don't support Jasmine Crockett either. She is ghetto and ratchet. Okay, so why aren't you talking about Jasmine Crockett then? Why are you talking about Donald Trump? Why are you talking about Elon Musk? Come on, dude. You clearly biased.
And brand enhancement. And is Donald Trump considering? Because if you can pardon Larry Hoover.
Guys, we need 9 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 9 more so we can open up the call line, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up that call line.
A massive criminal gang leader. Why can't you pardon Derek Chauvin?
He's not going to pardon. Come on, dude. You're smarter than this, Jason Whitlock. You know why he's not going to pardon Derek Chauvin. Because if he pardoned Derek Chauvin, he's going to look more racist. You answered your own question. He pardoned Larry Hoover. Why? Me personally, I think it's just to get more street cred or, some type of credit in the black community. That's just my opinion. But if you pardon Derek Chauvin, that's going to take away all of that, and that's going to make him look even more of a racist. You see what I'm saying? Now, granted, I do believe Derek Chauvin is innocent, guys. I do not believe that Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd at all. That man was clearly off fentanyl. He had well more than a lethal dosage than he should have consumed, by the way. I believe you only need 3.0 grams of fentanyl to die. Yeah, he had 11 grams of fentanyl to die, plus another 3.0 grams of methamphetamine. This dude was clearly having a heart attack. This dude was dying, like, from a heart condition, dude. You not surviving that at all, though. And I looked at the full, I'm talking the full body cam footage when it came to George Floyd, guys. I watched the whole thing. He wanted to be on the floor. I can't breathe on the floor. Okay, get up. I can't breathe. Put him in the car. I can't breathe. Put him on the floor. I can't breathe. Like, come on, dude. You saying you can't breathe before the cops even touch you? What are you talking about?
Derek Chauvin subdued and restrained a career drug user, career criminal on the ground for 8
9 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
I don't know. He was at the scene.
We need
George
9
Floyd's
more.
drug
Stop
overdose.
playing, ladies and gentlemen. Liking is free.
That's his crime. Larry Hoover built a criminal organization that still has major influence in Chicago and throughout the Midwest. It terrorized neighborhoods. It is still, I mean, you want to talk about domestic terrorism, this gang violence that plagues urban areas and black communities.
He was spending counterfeit money. He had a counterfeit $20 bill, and that's what ultimately led to the call. It says somebody's trying to sell me fake money, and that's why they confronted George Floyd. Malcolm T says Trump, Biden, and Kamala is pure evil. They don't support Christ at all, which is why I don't vote anymore. Oh. Sorry to hear that. But I do believe God saved Trump for a reason, bro. If God didn't want to save Trump, that bullet would have definitely hit him that day.
Far worse than anything Derek Chauvin has been accused of. Because Derek Chauvin is convicted for being at the scene of drug.
That is a good point. That's a good point. You pardon a kingpin, but you won't pardon Derek Chauvin, who is a career police officer who never actually got in trouble for anything before this George Floyd stuff. Who's always a good career cop. So you guys are going to pardon Larry Hoover, but you guys aren't going to pardon Derek Chauvin. And see, this is when we're getting into the politics of things, guys. They know if they pardon Derek Chauvin, Minneapolis is going to basically get ruined again because Tim Walz is just a damn punk. They know if Derek Chauvin gets pardoned, Trump is going to look more like a racist, and they're going to use this for the midterms and for 2028. You know, they're going to say Trump pardoned Derek Chauvin, who murdered George Floyd. You know, which he actually didn't murder him at all. If people just do their own damn research, then they would know that Derek Chauvin did not murder that man at all. You know. But these crazy pardons that Trump is doing when it comes to pardoning rappers and stuff like this definitely is for black attention. Yeah. But yes, guys, let's smash that like button.
George Floyd's overdose. I know many people don't like that, don't want to hear that. You want to live in a delusional world where, oh no, he killed. This was intentional. He killed. I get it. That gets you leverage at work, and it allows you to accuse white people of racism and demand Juneteenth and all that. I get it.
Right, an extra day off at work, basically. You want an extra day off at work.
Overdose. But in reality, he overdosed.
There you go, man.
And in reality, in comparison to Larry Hoover, and I've heard people say, well, Larry Hoover did 50 years in jail. Derek Chauvin's only been in jail for 4 or 5 years. I get it. There's no comparison between Larry Hoover and Derek Chauvin. None.
They say it's Minneapolis, not Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Look, man, my slang is not that great, okay?
And so maybe this is all a setup so that Trump can pardon Derek Chauvin while he remains in prison on state charges. None of these things, I'm telling you, at the time when they started just out of nowhere, Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire, hey, pardon Derek Chauvin, I was like, this doesn't make sense. What's going on here? Why are they asking Trump to?
But pardoning Larry Hoover is, see, that's the thing. Like, you can't say not pardoning Derek Chauvin is, you know, great, but pardoning Larry Hoover is great. That doesn't make sense. Like, come on, bro. At the end of the day, this dude, Derek Chauvin, was just an officer, man, doing his job. While Larry Hoover, on the other hand, is a kingpin, you know, gang leader. So we not gonna sit up and act like we don't know who Larry Hoover is. I'm not praying on the guy downfall or nothing like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we gotta call stuff for what it is, man. We definitely gotta call it for what it is. So yeah, guys. What do we need now? We need 6 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. 6 more likes, and we'll open up that call line, man. I'm really excited. Somebody says Minneapolis, not Minneapolis. That's pretty funny.
To do this now? Why is Trump doing what he's doing even now with these pardons early in his second term? Why is this? Don't most presidential pardons come at the end of the term? So I'm confused here about what type of culture we've built where, you know, presidents pardoning career criminals and like real criminals
right
is somehow become a priority. But I have a little less confusion because I see the upside, I see the brand play, I see what's going on. I can't say I agree with it, but I can at least see it. And perhaps I can see this play with Larry Hoover, that it's really about Derek Chauvin. You guys hit me in the chat, hit me an email, fearlessblazeshow@gmail.com. What's going on with these presidential pardons? Why? I mean, virtually every day I wake up and I go, I'm just confused.
Man, they need to be investigating those electrical pardons that Joe Biden has signed on people like Dr. Fauci. That's what they need. That's what they need to really be looking into. I mean, yeah, pardoning. I mean, but that's Donald Trump's actual signature, though. It wasn't electrically signed. But like I said, guys, that's another topic that we were talking about today. We're gonna move on to the next topic, which happens to be Russia versus Ukraine, guys. We gotta talk about some global affairs here, guys. Foreign affairs, okay? Um, First, I want to read this article. They're claiming Russia hasn't faced enough pressure. Ukraine foreign diplomats react to overnight attack on Ukraine. 3:45 a.m. here. TDL. Oh my gosh. Where are you at, TDL? Bro say it's 3:45 where he at, man. Is you talking about AM or PM? That is crazy. Yeah, you a goat, bro. But yeah, guys, we need 4 more likes, guys. The call line, I'll drop the number as soon as we hit that 50 like mark. But yeah, guys, we're going to read this article. I believe this is NBC News. Oh Lord. Left this news, guys. You know what? I don't want to read that. I don't want to read NBC because they're too. I'm trying to find a just a neutral based platform. because I don't want nothing to be too left or too right. Um, the Kyiv Independent, ain't that in Ukraine? Right. That's very biased. Can't read that one. Yeah, guys, you gotta definitely watch these articles sometimes. But the Independent, let's check this out. Wow, they says weapons Germany could be sending Ukraine to strike deep into Russia. Wow. So now Germany's getting involved? Wowzers. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's great, Blexit, the communicator. We've never had a president be so attentive to us like Trump since Abraham Lincoln. That's actually true. And a lot of people don't even realize that the Civil Rights Act or the Civil Rights Bill, excuse me, like the Civil Rights Act and Bill or whatever you want to call it, that was actually a majority Republican signed bill. You know, Democrats did not majority sign off on that. That was a majority Republican signed bill when it came to Civil Rights Act. So a lot of people don't know that too, which is actually sad. And then a lot of people don't know this as well, that the Ku Klux Klan is actually founded by the Democratic Party. That's actually not founded by the Republican Party or anything like that. And actually, Republicans are the ones that was basically combating these crazy communist groups like, the Ku Klux Klan. So, and a lot of people fail to realize as well that the Second Amendment right, that was actually specifically made for black people because they would know that white people would do hate crimes back in those days just based off race, and they thought they were superior, and things like that. So the Second Amendment would actually protect black Americans more than anybody. But we don't even practice this nowadays because we don't read, ladies and gentlemen. We don't read at all. But I want to play this clip. I actually did a story on this already. But after deadly Ukraine strike, Trump says Putin has gone absolutely crazy. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen. 4 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, guys.
Tonight, hopes of a ceasefire in Ukraine are fading fast. After days of deadly Russian airstrikes, President Trump declaring Vladimir Putin has gone absolutely crazy.
Update, I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
In response, the Kremlin suggesting Trump may be suffering an emotional overload. It's a major shift.
See, now you testing Trump. You can't say stuff like that, bro. You can't put Trump and emotional in the same sentence, bro. You just can't do that without Trump clapping back at you on X, on the internet. He's gonna say something, bro. Why would you say that?
Suggesting Trump may be suffering an emotional overload. It's a major shift from last week, when Trump said he had an excellent 2-hour phone call with Putin and claimed peace talks would begin immediately. Instead, Russia unleashing what Ukraine says are some of the largest attacks of the entire war, firing more than 700 missiles and drones, and killing at least 18 civilians, including several children, according to Ukrainian officials. Let the world wake up and see. How long can they bomb children, this woman asks. President Volodymyr Zelensky.
See, man, like, I want to really feel bad for Zelensky, but this is what happens when you run your mouth like a fool, bro. You don't have the cards, and Trump told you you don't have the cards, bro. Like, you can't sit up here and think that people are going to give you money just because what? I mean, you and you know what? Because I'm getting into something which honestly just gives my whole narrative on what I believe on this war. Putin already warned NATO. Do not, I mean, not NATO. Putin already warned Ukraine, do not try to join NATO, because if you try to join NATO, then you're going to be too close to our border, and that's just going to be too much conflict, and Russia doesn't need that. And if I was Russia, if I was Putin, I would probably do the same thing, because in America, you don't have people in China trying to make, well, basically trying to take some American land. Like that's not gonna happen, or at least be close to our borders. You know, that's just not gonna happen. So I believe Putin was just trying to protect his border from Ukraine, and a lot of people don't even know that Ukraine is, majority of people who live in Ukraine are Russian. So they're kind of like the little brother of Russia, Ukraine. And Zelensky is a pompous jerk. This dude is an actual jerk, though. You know? So, my opinion, Zelensky doesn't deserve anything that America gives him as of right now, because he just feels too entitled. He's way too entitled. When he came inside the White House that day, it just gave me a bad vibe, guys. It just gave me a really, really bad vibe. I didn't like it at all. I just didn't like it. I don't like how he tried to basically finger wag at Donald Trump and all this, that, and the third. Ukraine is I'm gonna assume gay, like Prisker, who is also Ukrainian Jew. Ooh, he one of them boys.
Zelensky urging the U.S. to impose further sanctions on Russia, saying America's silence and the silence of others around the world only encourages Putin.
Did y'all know Zelensky was an actor? Like, Zelensky's an actual actor, though, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. Like, this dude is like, I don't know if he was in movies or something like that, but I know he used to like dance on stage or something like that. It's weird. I don't know, man. Zelensky's just a weird dude. I don't trust anything that come out of this dude's mouth.
And no sign the president's angry words about Putin will be followed by action. He isn't committing to any new sanctions on Russia. Lester?
Say he wants to be famous? Yeah, he's famous now.
Sanchez tonight. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. I think he was denied what is that? The Oscars or something like that? I think he was denied an invitation from like the Oscars or something like that. Because dude, why the hell are you trying to get inside the Oscars? Don't you have a war to fight, you know? So yeah, 4 more likes, guys. I have to end the stream very soon because it is getting kind of late where I am. I'm not sure what's going on with the algorithm lately, guys. But we have been at it for quite some time now. But we got what, 3 more likes now? Yeah, guys, all we need is 50 likes and we'll open up the call line. So please, let's just at least get it to 50 so we can get at least a few calls in so we can end on a good day. But yeah, so yeah, basically Donald Trump was saying you know, Putin is going absolutely crazy. He's losing his mind. Which, and I got my own opinions about that. I don't think Putin is losing his mind at all. I think this war should have been ended a long time ago. And Putin actually could have been blowing him up like how he just did not too long ago with like 700 to 900 missiles. Yeah, I just feel like Putin could have been doing this, but he was basically playing. You know, he been playing with these people. Well, Trump is number 47, right? Call it good. Yeah, you trying to finesse me a little bit, the right stuff. I'll allow it though, man. I'll allow it. You right. I'll open up the call line, guys, since it's 47. Trump is the 47th president. I will allow it. You got me, right side. You got me. That's a good point. Let's see. I actually did hear about that, Blexit. They said, did you hear Brandon Johnson say that he lowered crime to pre-civil rights era rates? No, that's actually not true. Oh snap, we got a $2 super chat from MJ. Let's go, man. Appreciate that. MJ Stewart. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you so much, man. I don't ask for super chats, but I do show love to people who show love to the channel, man. And I believe he's already a moderator. So yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot, MJ. I really do appreciate that, man. That stuff do go a long way over here, man. Like even stuff like the call-in show, guys, this stuff is not free, okay? But it's going on 10 o'clock where I am. So we're just gonna put the call-in number in, guys. Let's see. Sorry. But yep, guys, just go ahead, call in. Give me your opinion about the 3 topics that we're talking about. And while we wait on calls, I think we're gonna move on to the last topic, which is the Tory Lanez subject. He did get stabbed like 15 times in prison, guys. Now I'm not sure if they tried to kill him because, you know, they found out that the DNA wasn't his on the gun or not, but you know, I just think this has Megan Thee Stallion over it, in my opinion. You know, sorry guys, just setting up something here. All right. So I put the number down. Okay. 217-486-7184, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, 217-486-7184, guys. So we got the call line up because I believe somebody finessed me into doing it. I think it was the right stuff 80. Well, Trump is 47, so I guess that is a good point. That's a good point. Um, but yeah, guys, let's get your opinions, please. And while we wait on the call, like I said, we have more than enough topics to talk about today. We got the Carmelo Anthony being charged for murder. As an adult, we have the Russia versus Ukraine war. It's looking like this war is about to come to an end, in my opinion. Oh, we got Larry Hoover being pardoned by Trump, or the Tory Lanez story that we're actually going to get into right now. But guys, please still hit that like and subscribe, please. That would definitely help. Now, when it comes to this Tory Lanez video, man, when it comes to the story, the Tory Lanez guy, that there's actually a video. This is crazy. Wow. So it's an actual video, guys. I think I should have streamed this. Next time I'm gonna stream, guys, I promise. But this is actually crazy, bro. I can't believe they got a video on this. Okay. Hopefully this is real.
Somebody come out the cell. Look, he poking Tory up. You hear Tory say, "Help, help!"
Wow.
Oh my God! Yeah, he was trying to unalive him, bro. That's
wow.
He was. I'm surprised he only got hit 14 times. Squad now. FBI, open up! Tory.
So the video looks crazy. This guy is an Hispanic guy. I'm not sure what his name is just yet. But this dude was trying to stab the hell out of Tory. Santiago Casio, that's his name. So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This dude tried to murder him though. Like, getting stabbed 15 times, bro, on camera is crazy. And my thing is this.
YouTube. Chicks.
Here's the story, guys, with this Tory Lanez stuff, right? They were leaving a party, and I believe it was one of the Jenner's party or whatever you want to call it.
Up out of here. Count your lucky stars.
It was a party, and I believe Megan and her friend was with Tory Lanez. I don't know what the girl name was. I keep forgetting her name. I don't even know how to spell that, but how's it going? So she was with her friend. If somebody can say her name in the chat, that'll definitely help out a lot. But they were basically in a ride. And I'm guessing Tory was having, some sexual, history with the other chick. And Megan Thee Stallion must have definitely not liked that. She must have gotten mad or something like that, right? And the story is that Megan got mad, and I guess they started fighting inside of the car. They hopped out the car, and Tory pulled out a gun and was shooting Megan like by her feet area, and he was saying, "Dance, bitch, dance." That's the story that I got. That's the story that I was getting. And, Megan Thee Stallion had to be taken to the hospital and, yada, yada, yada. So what almost like killed me when I heard this story is the dance, bitch, dance part. Like, this isn't a movie, okay? Like, this isn't Harlem Nights. Like, I just, when I heard that, guys, my antennas just started to, like, my gears just started turning after that. Like, this lady is absolutely positively lying. This lady is absolutely positively lying. And this is why you can't really trust women like this in the industry, guys, because this is what they're basically paid to do. They're paid to sell people's stories and basically act. Like, Megan Thee Stallion, do you guys really think she lived this life that she claims she lived in her raps? Absolutely not, guys. And it's not just Megan Thee Stallion. It's all sorts of rappers and things like that. They live fake lives, guys. They do this for entertainment. 2 more likes, guys, and we can get 50. I mean, the call line, the line is already up, so if you guys do want to call in, please put your last 4 digits in the chat before you call in. That'll definitely be very, very, very helpful. But yeah, 2 more likes wouldn't help. We already got the call line up. Let's get it started, guys. But yeah, I knew she was lying after she said dance, bitch, dance. That's pretty stupid. Yeah. We have Prince of God. 5093. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll wait on your call, man. But while we wait, let's continue.
Tory, you are lucky to be alive, my brother. Now, the footage of Tory Lanez being stabbed in prison has officially been released. And for anybody wondering, it looks just as bad as it sounds. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. Interviewed the guy that stabbed Tory Lanez. His name is Santino Casillo, and everything he said, at least from the interview, is pretty much accurate from the video that we see. Keep in mind, this guy is currently doing life in prison.
My guy Blexit going crazy. I knew she was lying because she's a black female. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I took it there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, women do lie a lot, bro. Especially the black ones. Yeah, they will definitely lie.
Prison, so he has no reason to lie about what went down. Now, we only have footage for about 30 seconds. We don't see what happens before this incident. Here's a video of the stabbing incident, and then I'm going to play the audio for you guys of the interview he did with TMZ.
And so what exactly took place between you and Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly?
I just came out in the morning to town, good morning.
morning, and I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what's the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable sitting next to me.
You heard rumors that he was trying to put money on your head. Who the hell are you? Why the hell would Tory Lanez put money on your head and you're a random guy? What are you talking about, bro? Already don't make sense.
So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. That they tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. So they had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some shit. Okay, okay. So the next morning, I came out and see if everything was good. His phone, talked to him.
Guys, you guys can call in to the show as well. The number is at the bottom. 217-486-7184, guys. 217-486-7184. If you guys do want to call in, that'd definitely be nice, but it is getting kind of late. I'm going to have to end the show pretty soon because this is the last topic of the day.
He said, yeah, so I was going back into my cell. And when I went back, instead of going to cell, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his voice, made his little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him. What do
you have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. What he showed me looked to me like I believe it could be a weapon at the time.
Dude is stabbing the hell out of this dude, man. This is crazy.
So I rushed him, and I just snatched him. I took advantage of him. Weak. I just threw him all over, and I just kept slamming him and stabbing him. And
were you trying to kill him?
No, not at all. But I thought I knew the weapon. I thought great.
You stabbed somebody 15 times, bro. You're definitely trying to kill him. 217-486-7184, guys. Let's get the discussion started.
When I felt like a sting in my leg, I felt like, oh, stabbed me. So I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something, so I was like, what the that? So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just kicked him once and I tried to position and hit him and look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was saying, like, man, trying to kill me.
What were you guys like? I know why, but why would he pick you out of all people to want to put money on your head?
That's what I'm saying. Who the hell are you? Thank you, lady with some sense, finally, for crying out loud. Who the hell are you for Tory Lanez to want to put money on your head? That doesn't make sense, my guy. You're irrelevant.
What's the beef exactly about?
It was really no beef. He just talked a lot. And I had confronted him a while back about old things, certain around me. Like, I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put a gun. And to me, I feel like the second, third time you're in that conversation, I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him that the cell, like, just I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever, and I just play the game, because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool at the beginning. We were cool for like a year. We chilled, kicked it together, everything. It just,
they're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
So how the hell is this guy has to be already doing life in prison for him to do this? He has to already be doing life in prison. But yeah, guys, like the video. 217-486-7184, guys. Let's start the conversation. If you do want to call into the show, feel free to do it. It's free. Yeah, guys, we have topics. We're still on the Tory Lanez topic as well, but we're actually gonna be ending the show pretty soon, guys. So I want to at least get at least 1 or 2 calls in before I end the live stream, guys. So please, guys, do not hesitate to call into the show.
I don't know. satisfaction, but she was more like she was different. She started kicking it with certain people, you know. And when we started doing that, that's kind of when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chill, we ate, we drank.
Duke in them says house nigger. Look, man, call into the show 217-486-7184 and tell me that through a call, bro. Tell me why I'm a house Negro, whatever you want to call it, bro. Let's have the discussion besides the ad hominem attacks. What do you don't like Trump? What do you don't like Republicans? What's your issue, my guy? Like, what are you, stupid?
Drank, we partied, kicked it, yeah. We were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I never understand.
Right.
He said that someone told him.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this guy's going with this phone call, but yeah, you're looking pretty guilty, my guy. I don't believe that Tory Lanez will put what the hell you say, a hit out on you? I don't even know who the hell you are. So, I don't know, man. But I do know Megan Thee Stallion, she bogus as hell for having that man in jail like that, especially him getting stabbed up. That's crazy. So let's watch what Megan Thee Stallion said in her horse mouth. 217-486-7184, ladies and gentlemen. I think she lying. I'm not gonna lie. Just listening tonight. Okay, that's cool, Callie.
How to get your you say it online every day. You figure out how to get your to say you didn't do it. You figure out how to get the blogs to say you didn't do it. But the one it would have mattered from was you. You should have said I didn't do it. Kelsey did it. If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it?
Okay, that's her name, Kelsey, right? Okay. Now Kelsey, I believe, is the one who shot Megan. I think the Kelsey chick is the one who shot Megan. I think she would have more intentions to do it as well. Only reason I believe that is because Tory Lanez was kind of smashing both of them, you know. So I believe Kelsey, whatever her name is, Chelsea, she got jealous, or Megan got jealous. Could be one or the other. One of them got jealous, and then they got an altercation, which ultimately led to Kelsey shooting Megan in the foot. That's what I honestly believe what happened. But yeah, yep, guys, 217-486-7184, guys. I mean, we basically at the like mark. So, if you guys want to smash that like button to help out the algorithm, that'll definitely be much appreciated. But yeah, call into the show, guys, because we all know Megan Thee Stallion lying. But if you don't think she lying, give me your opinion.
Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say I did not do it?
Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. Mr. James informed United People that he was witness to the conversation that Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times.
To specifically on the number, you know, the DNA specifically for the gun, 0.01%.
That's Congresswoman Luna, I believe. Are we going to talk about the big, beautiful bill? Which bill is that? Meg thought her pom-pom could make him a one-woman man. Epic film. Man, it's Tory Lanez, bro. He's going to smash everything walking.
It means that it's literally not him. Clearly not correct that this is an innocent man that's been in prison. I'm saying, like, you put gag orders on people so they can't defend themselves. That's nuts.
So if you don't want to say she shot her, then you shot her, and that's the end of that.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and
Tory Lanez.
And Meg Thee Stallion after a party.
2022. Singer, rapper, Tory Lanez convicted of shooting performer
Is that Chris Cuomo?
Megan Thee Stallion after a party. Here's the story. They're at the party. After the party, they get into an argument. Lanez tells Megan Thee Stallion, dance, and shoots at her feet like a cowboy movie. Hits her.
That doesn't make sense, bro. What are you talking about? He shot at my feet and said dance. That just doesn't make sense. That's how I knew off the rip she was lying. So this is Congresswoman Luna actually speaking up and speaking out against this.
Lanez, have you seen this evidence firsthand that you've spoken about?
I actually saw a new affidavit, and there's going to be. I was made aware of some ring footage, so video footage, and actually just talked to one of his attorneys, and so that will likely be released in the next, whatever they decide.
It's called the Big Beautiful Bill. The new economic bill is called that. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out for sure.
So this woman talking is actually Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. And it says that she is currently serving her second term as a representative for Florida's 13th Congressional District. She serves on the Oversight and Government Reform Committee along with the Foreign Affairs Committee. She is also the chairwoman of the Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secret.
So the right stuff says apparently Musk threw shade because Doge is there to cut spending, and apparently the bill is a spending bill. I don't even know what the bill entails. Well, Callie Morning, I should say. Callie Morning. Maybe you guys should have a discussion about that in the chat, because I'm just now hearing about this. But I'll definitely look into it.
So this woman who is speaking on, his behalf and decided to do something.
Yeah, man. Congresswoman Luna, she basically wants to fight for Tory Lanez freedom because she knows he's an innocent man. The story just doesn't add up. It just honestly just sounds like this woman is just lying, honestly. I'm referring to Megan Thee Stallion. She's definitely lying for sure.
But some people were completely unaware too, specifically on the number, the DNA, specifically for the gun, 0.01%. That means that it's literally not him.
Right.
I think
So what she was saying is the DNA that was on the firearm that shot Megan Thee Stallion, right? There was 4 prints on that gun. 4 different prints of DNA on that gun. And none of them matches Tory Lanez. None of them matches Tory Lanez, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, this man couldn't have shot Megan Thee Stallion. So now y'all just got this man getting stabbed in prison for absolutely no reason. Now, we know how these black R&B singers and rappers get, guys. They don't want to snitch. They don't want to look like a snitch in the black community. So I'm pretty sure that's a little bit why Tory Lanez didn't kind of come out of the woodworks and say what really happened. We know how the rap culture and the R&B culture is, ladies and gentlemen. Straight kidding. Yeah, no. Doge cuts were in the bill. Oh, okay, so they're trying to cut funding for Doge. Oh. That's really interesting.
I think she's right about that because
I actually have a call into his office, and so we're working on scheduling a time. And there's a letter that should be going out to him later on today or tomorrow morning.
If you guys are unaware, she obviously has to talk to Governor Newsom, who is the governor of California. And the reason why is because, remember, even though
y'all literally believe
if he would have spoken up for himself, but she kept going.
Did that R&B exist? Where?
About facts, y'all could go read real. Y'all literally believe anything if it's bold and in all caps.
No, that's not what I meant, T.C.C. You said, yeah, no Doge cuts were in the... okay. Okay. No Doge cuts was in the bill. Okay, that's what you mean. Okay, sorry about that. I must have misread that.
Like, go read. Y'all literally believe anything if it's bold and in all caps. Like, go read something that's gonna take you a minute to sit down and have a good read. Like, go read something that's gonna make you have to do some critical thinking. Not a thing that is curated by bots and blogs that hate me.
And you know what I hate about people like this? These people who always have to explain themselves. And yes, believe me so much. These people lie the most. These narcissistic jerks, they lie the most. Yeah, maybe people just didn't want to call into the show, ladies and gentlemen. But I do appreciate the likes and the super chat there. But we're gonna have to end the show in like 8 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to tell you, but if we can get one call in, 217-486-7184, that'll be great.
Like, y'all need to sit down and have a good read. Like, imagine somebody saying that they did not commit a crime and not defending themselves to the T. Imagine y'all saying somebody is following the street code, not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey shot me. Kelsey didn't shoot me. And I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't shoot you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all. But now you won't even get online.
But that's the problem. Why won't you tell people that Kelsey didn't shoot you? Because maybe she did shoot her. So that's probably why Megan doesn't want to lie to the people and say that this Chelsea or Kelsey chick didn't shoot her, because 9 times out of 10, she probably did. So you just telling yourself, Megan.
Line and defend yourself. So that really just proves my points. Either you took some money or your life is in danger. Like, why won't you get online and say, because this is what y'all care about. Y'all care about online because the case already won in court. But y'all care about online. Why would y'all...
You want a civil case, I believe, and I believe civil cases, sorry, excuse me, is more beatable than federal cases. So I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why you won that. But hey, because 9 times out of 10, a civil case is going to end in a settlement.
Not get up there and say, if you say you didn't shoot me, why won't you get on the stand and say I didn't shoot you? You say it online every day. You figure out how to get your to say you didn't do it. You figure out how to get the ball.
Megan, you just answered your own question, because even you know this, Megan, because you're in the music rap industry with these Negroes. You know what the hell he mean by he can't go on a stand and snitch and do all this and the third, because you know his career's gonna be over because they're gonna clown him every single time. He ain't trying to go out like 6ix9ine, basically. He not trying to go out like a snitch. Okay, guys? That's all really what it boils down to. Tory Lanez doesn't want to snitch on Megan Thee Stallion because it's gonna ruin his image as a rapper or R&B artist or whatever the hell you want to call it. That's all really what it boils down to.
Blogs to say you didn't do it, but the one thing would have mattered from was you. You should have said I didn't do it. Kelsey did it. If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it? Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say I did not do it? I know who shot me. I said who shot me, and that's why you're in jail. Y'all are dragging it online like it's some new evidence. There's no...
But there is new evidence, though, because the DNA on the gun did not match Tory Lanez. So it doesn't matter how much you scream and yell on the internet. What matters is the evidence. What matters is the truth. Just because you're spitting and you're doing all this other weird crap, it does not mean that you are right and people are supposed to believe you. Just because you're a woman, you think they're going to believe you just because you're a female? That's not how this works anymore. Like, chivalry is dead, in my opinion, and women like this killed it. Love the Trump gear. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Like and subscribe if you guys are liking the content, though.
There's no new evidence.
This is pot.
Witnesses went missing. Wow, I wonder why the witnesses went missing. Did y'all pay them? Why y'all showing up now?
Now, I don't know what she was reading, But it was very strange to me that she was saying if Kelsey said that she didn't do it, then why won't she just say that she didn't do it?
Said this bitch sounds like Tiffany Henry and every other ghetto broad. Yeah, I know, right? Tiffany Henry 3.0.
If Kelsey said that she didn't do it, then why won't she just say that she didn't do it? And if you, like, she was doing this play on words, and it was very strange to me because it's like, so are you sure that you know? Because maybe you don't know. And the two people who do know are not being forthcoming with the information. Like, one person is not saying out or speaking out and defending themselves, and then the other person is now on social media also not defending themselves and not saying that she didn't do it either. Like, or she did it or not did it. So it's just a very strange thing. But again, it's just opening up this whole new can of worms, and I don't think that Megan needs to be defensive about anything, because regardless of who did it, if there's evidence that she actually had that situation happen to her, she would still be the victim in this situation. Even if it was the girl and not him. But what's weird is that according to some kind of DNA or whatever, they're trying to say that maybe that situation in itself is not happening the way that it has been reported either.
No, because if you guys knew this DNA was on this gun, or that actually depends on if they knew or not. That's the thing. If you guys were doing a thorough investigation, then you guys would already know that this DNA on this gun isn't Tory Lanez. You guys could actually figure that out in less than 48 hours. I'm going to just be honest with you. They could have figured that out in less than 48 hours, but they got this man sitting in jail. An innocent man, by the way, who's actually about to die from stab wounds in jail because women want to lie on him, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even have to be guilty of the crime. All they need to do is accuse you of doing it, and that man's reputation is over with. It's crazy, man. These type of women need to start really going to jail.
You know, finally, why is this so important to you? My goodness, this guy's an innocently incarcerated man. Obviously, you know, we're by no means perfect, but that type of situation cannot stand if you have a double standard of justice that exists. Also, too, when the evidence was brought forward and presented to me, I mean, I was pretty baffled that he was even charged after what I saw. And so specifically, you know, you're talking about someone who's basically been smeared and dragged publicly, saying and alleging that he shot someone on foot. By the way, did you know that the ballistics evidence says otherwise, and that there's no bullet fragments? They can't locate those alleged bullet fragments. I mean, how do you even have a conviction on that? It's really crazy. So, thanks, Congresswoman.
So no bullet fragments as well, guys? Come on, bro. Mitchell Williams, here, bro, what's your email? My email is actually in my bio on my YouTube channel, so just copy and paste it. It's right there, though. But yeah, guys, it's actually 10:30 where I am, and that's actually going to be the end of the show, guys. I definitely appreciate you guys. We actually did hit the 50 like mark, or I guess we did. So we had the number down there today. Not sure why nobody called in. I don't know if it was just a very, very slow day today, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, we tried to do our best. You know, we try to do the best we can over here on the show. You know, we're not some big old, you know, production over here or nothing, anything like that, guys. We're just trying to do what we can, you know. But yeah, the line was open for a very, very long time. Like I said, that stuff costs money, guys. So, you know, it's okay though. It's okay. We're gonna try again. Probably tomorrow. I maybe should start live streaming every single day. Everyone too shy like me, yeah, probably, man. You know, it's probably a slow day, guys. But if you guys are conservative, if you guys love being a patriot, if you guys love current events being reported on a daily basis, please like and subscribe to the channel, The Chicago Conservative. Very, very good channel, guys. You're gonna learn a lot over here, and it's just a regular guy commentating from a average everyday man point of view. You know, I do try to advocate for the city of Chicago. I try to speak out against the mayor Brandon Johnson and his, terrible policies and things like that. So I'm tired just listening. Maybe next time. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, man. Everybody wanted to. I don't know. Everybody probably just wanted to chill out today, man. I can respect that though. I can definitely respect that. But yeah, guys, please like the video. I would definitely very much appreciate that, guys. Likes do definitely go a long way on the channel because it does help out the channel's algorithm. Um, don't really know what happened today, guys. It was definitely a little slower than usual, I should say. But guys, that is the end of the show. Um, like I said, if you guys are watching this, and if you guys did miss the live, and if you still watch afterwards, let me know in the comments, guys, what you feel about these topics. Carmelo Anthony being charged for murder as an adult, guys. Me personally, I think it was well deserved. I think it was well deserved for sure, but I think it was premeditated. So, I mean, but giving the death penalty to a 17-year-old kid would be crazy. But I mean, he kind of, killed the kid himself. So that don't really make sense. So if he do get the death penalty, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because, it's just an eye for an eye type of thing. And we talked about Larry Hoover being pardoned by Donald Trump. Um, William say I'm the 50th like. Man, appreciate that, bro. It's sad that, I got 50 likes at the end of the show. We try to usually try to get 50 likes in the beginning, so we can open a call line up. But, it's better late than never, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate that a lot. Maybe tomorrow being Friday, people will join along with a beer. Man, I hope so. I really hope so. Grab your beer, grab your wine, grab your snacks, and enjoy the show over here on the Chicago Conservative, man, for sure, because it's definitely going to be entertained. But even me though, I was kind of a little tired, kind of a little drowsy. Um, it's really hard live streaming this late, guys. Um, but yeah, we also talked about Russia and Ukraine. You know, this is the biggest attack that Russia has ever did on Ukraine within the past 3 years of this war. So we got to definitely take that into consideration because now this could potentially lead to nuclear war if Ukraine has a nuke. I really hope they don't use it on Russia because that's gonna definitely yeah, start some conflict for sure. And I do also believe that Germany has joined the fight with Ukraine. I believe they're giving them some type of weapon or something like that. Let me see here. Germany becomes last major backer to allow use of long range missiles, against Russia. Yep. So basically, yeah, guys. Germany is giving Ukraine missiles, and Ukrainians they're about to send those missiles into Russia. So that's not good. Um, yes. Snoop DOGG about Ukraine. Yeah. But last thing I want to talk about. Oh yeah, then when it comes to the Larry Hoover thing, I don't really necessarily think that's gonna really mean anything. If he does get pardoned federally, he does have to still serve a 200-year life sentence in Illinois. So that's really all up to JB Pritzker, ladies and gentlemen. That's up to JB Pritzker. If Larry Hoover is gonna walk the streets and do interviews and all the things that we know he's gonna do when he get out. Um, but yeah, and the last thing I want to talk about is the Tory Lanez stuff is just crazy, bro. Megan Thee Stallion she needs to be ashamed of her damn self. She's clearly lying. Like dance. That's just, come on, lady. Everybody and their grandma knows that your story is fake. The DNA just doesn't match on the firearm and things like that. And the Chelsea chick, she basically said, why won't you come out and say that I didn't do it? Because deep down inside, Megan Thee Stallion probably knows that she did it. Okay? So it's crazy. Um, last comments I want to read. And yes, guys, I do appreciate super chats. I don't ask for them, but I do show love to people who show love to me. Let's see here. I'm the 50th. Okay, I think I read that already. Hit that subscribe. Yep. Shout out Mario. Matter of fact, let me make. Okay. Yep. I'll call in tomorrow. Just give me a time. I'll try to set it up. For a time, guys. You got. Maybe I'd be brave enough to call if had enough beer and drunk call. Oh Lord, man. It's all right, bro. It's all right. But come on, kid, call in next time. Yeah, that would be pretty entertaining, though. Yeah, for sure. Hi, my name is Eddie. Favor, will you interview my Ukraine wife to explain the war? Don't email me if you're serious. Email me, okay? Maybe I will. But yeah, guys, don't want to drag the live more than what it already is. But guys, okay. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for all the viewers and all the chats today. You guys are absolutely amazing. I believe we did get one super chat today. MJ Stewart, keep up the good work, brother. I'll definitely try to do that, man. I appreciate the super chat. And yeah, guys, that's the end of the show. It's the end of the show, guys. So like and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out.